My name is Nico, I run the West Yorkshire Sling Library, and I'm going to do a troubleshoot on a sleepy Nico carrier with crossed straps using the carrier on the front. So there's a couple of different things when we start to fit the sleepy Nico carrier. We need to select where we want the carrier to sit on our torso. If we put it low down on the body, then it will be high up on the carried child, because we'll be using the entire height of the body panel. If we put it high up on the torso, then it will be lower on the carried child, because the carrier will go down a little bit before it comes up onto baby's back. So when we tighten the carrier, it's really important that we get the waistband nice and snug around the torso. So in order to do that, I'm going to make sure that I flatten the carrier here, which brings the slack towards the back, and then pull the carrier to a nice, comfortable but snug tightness by pulling the strap across the body level with the ground. So when I use the carrier to carry our little one, we're looking at a doll about 4 to 6 months size approximately. We're going to position the baby first before rolling the carrier up baby's back. So I'd like to bring baby nice and central on the chest, and then arm underneath, just going to tuck the knees up so our little one's sat down with the knees up and the bum lower down than the knees. Once we've completed that positioning, we can just roll the carrier gently up onto baby's back, and we're looking for a nice fit just up to the back of the ear, just here. Keeping the carrier nice and high up on the body, we put the strap up onto the shoulder, swap hands on the carrier and do the same thing on the other side. So we can see that the carrier is nice and snug and just tucked up underneath my chin. When I come around to the back, I'm going to bring my hand around and grab the opposite strap, and I'm going to pull it very much down towards the ground before I bring it round to the side to click together. Bring my hand down so that I can meet two pieces of the buckle and click the carrier together just there. Now that's nice and horizontal, level with the floor, level with the waistband, but if there is any tightening to do, I'm going to grab hold of the webbing here, pull it towards the carrier, towards the strap, and on the shoulder where the tightening mechanism is taking place, if I give it a little bit of a wiggle, I can get more and more strap to the front, and moving it backwards in a few small little pulls like that. I'm going to do exactly the same on the other side. Bring the carrier around, a very distinct downward pull towards the ground, round towards the side, finding the two pieces of the buckle, and with both hands free to click them together. And again, that tightening, when there's tightening to be done, we take hold of the webbing, we move it towards the strap and pull away backwards. 1, 2, 3 small little movements just there. Now once we've got the carrier really nice and snug, you can see that where the pattern meets the strap is level on both sides. So that everything about the carrier is really nice and snug and flat against the adult's body. Over time, sometimes with a carrier like this one, because there's an X on the back, we can creep towards the shoulders, and that can make the carrier feel a little looser than it previously was. The buckles have stayed in exactly the same place. It is purely the strap position that is moving, and the end result often looks a little bit like this. So these raise up under the arms, these straps come in towards the neck, and everything feels looser than it previously was. Now if we want to troubleshoot that whilst out and about, carriers come all the way back there and you can start to see gaps. We can change the carrier fit again, not necessarily by tightening under the arm, because that would just cement the straps being close to the neck and kind of make the carrier still feel the same, just a bit snugger. We're going to move them back again instead. To do that, we can actually loosen the carrier just by opening the strap just a little there, and by holding the carrier on either side, we'll bring them back to the position we'd like them to be in before working the slack round towards where the buckle is. You can see the difference in the placement of the straps, and tighten back. 1, 2, 3 little movements, and you can see this one hasn't been loosened, so it's exactly where it was, and we can open just there, loosen it just a little bit, and then bring it by holding it at the top next to your shoulder and at the bottom underneath your arm. Move both edges of the strap to where you want it to go, and then just lifting from underneath, tighten backwards, 1, 2, 3 little movements until everything's back where it needs to be. And that can be the work of just a moment, just a little bit of a wiggle every couple of hours that you're in there, just to make sure that the carrier is nice and central, with support from the back of the knee to the back of the knee, all the way up to the back of the ear, so we have that triangle of support as well. You can tuck little one's knees up, just like that, keeping them nice and central on the chest, with good support in a naturally seated position, access to their hands. I hope that helps with your sleepy Nico and baby carrier.